Okay, how was your English paper, Abraham? How did it went?
Ma'am, it was good, ma'am. Can you just give me 1 minute?
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Abraham. Okay. Today we will finish the terminal questions of this chapter. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, all living beings are connected by
Human beings are connected.
Battery 50%. Connected hand. Attention.
Ma'am, can you just repeat, ma'am?
Yes, Abraham. All living beings are connected by
Are connected by microorganisms.
No, I think the answer is forests. Okay. A food chain. All living beings are connected by food chain is the answer. I found a line. The parts above the stem of plants are called
Ma'am,
Call from Hubby.
wonderful.
yes. Dash and dash live by making holes or digging holes in soil.
Worms and snakes.
Rabbit and
Paul and
snakes also.
Mm.
Why organisms in different areas are different from each other? Why are organisms in different areas different from each other?
Ma'am, because they're not that much connected with food chains. And also they'll have different features.
They have different features depending upon the place they are living. They are adapted to the climate of the place they are living. For example, the animals that are living in the cold region will have fur, thick fur, right? And feet also, like it's covered in fur. But those animals who you can say are living in the hot regions, those organisms from the hot regions, their adaptation is according to the hot regions. For example, the camel can store the food and water in its hump, right? It has long eyelashes to protect from the sandstorm, and it has paddy feet to walk on the sand. So that is, he is adapted according to the desert, like according to the hot region, whereas a yak or has very thick fur, a coat of fur. That is because the yak is adapted to live according to the cold region. So they are adapted according to the, or they are like, their features are according to the regions they live in. That is why they are different from each other. You can give examples and answer this. Who cleans the dead organisms and falling leaves and fruits of trees? Yeah, decomposers. What is a food web? You are muted, Abraham.
A food web is a web that links all all the animals using with what they eat. Suppose like linking all the animals with their prey.
Okay. One main thing that you have to write that is, it is a combination of many food chains. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
combination of many food chains which links all the animals to each other, animals to their prey. Okay, that is a food web. What will happen if eagle and crows disappear?
Um, and if a crow disappears, there won't be that annoying bird.
That is true. But according to the book,
The humans will get less annoying. And I think the what do you call that? And now I think if eagles disappear, a lot of other people will be really sad.
mm-hmm. If eagles and crows
And
disappear,
eagles are also important for keeping the population. Crows, if crows disappeared, there would be nobody to scavenge the leftover food.
yeah, yeah, there will be nobody to scavenge the leftover food. That is the main reason. Okay, they are scavengers, which helps in cleaning the environment by um, feeding on the dead organisms. Okay, so that thing will not happen if crows and eagles disappear.
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
it. Okay. All organisms on Earth are dependent on autotrophs. How?
Because they can't make their own food.
Yes, because autotrophs prepare their own food, and the heterotrophs, all the other animals that cannot make their own food, they depend on these autotrophs to make the food, to have food. What will happen if we cut forests injudicially?
Ma'am, we may no longer have any food.
Yeah, food, wood, paper, spices. Many tribes will lose their home. Many animals and organisms will lose their home.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
these are the effects. Write any four methods of forest conservation.
But one tree, plant two trees.
Plant trees.
Ma'am, did you know the lumberjacks in Canada?
I've heard the name Abraham.
Ma'am, they like they have activities such as what they do is they cut the trees in the winter. They cut the forest, like a part of the forest down, and what they do is then they leave those logs near the river, and then the river will take it down to the what you call that, down to their factories and all. And sometimes they use what you call that, dynamites if it gets clogged. But the main thing they, like after all of this, they also have this thing that they go and plant more trees after
Mm,
cutting.
okay, yeah. So after cutting them, planting trees is a good method for conservation. What else? Raising awareness.
Ma'am, also,
Preventing cutting of trees.
ma'am,
Yeah.
we do you know people are starting to make these what do you call that? These seeds
Mm-hmm.
that are more productive, but they don't have any seeds in them after they become the tree.
Okay. So they are made in labs.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. But um okay. But usually there is a cycle in nature, no, that it follows that trees, like in the trees only, that
Yes,
seeds are
ma'am.
there. So that cycle will not be there.
No, ma'am. So every time you'll have to go and buy the seeds from them.
Hmm. Yeah.
That will reduce the trees, the growing of trees.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I
True.
think that's the reason why the Punjab thing was there.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
Punjab, the farmers protest.
The farmers protest. Yes. Do you know there is a cyclone that came day before yesterday in Andhra Pradesh?
Cyclone man
Yeah. And because of that, did rain came in your area?
in Mumbai
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yesterday. Yesterday, day before that,
Um,
Sunday.
on Sunday, ma'am, I had rain come in my area, ma'am. It was like It suddenly started and
Hmm.
washed the entire place down. But I was in Mumbai at that time.
So that rain is coming because of the cyclone. Yesterday there was rain all day in our like my city. Whole day it was raining slowly, and the sun did not come up. It was all fog and cloudy, and the rain was coming. And some areas had heavy rainfall. So in 30 states, they issued a warning of rainfall. The Andhra Pradesh.
We
The
were
cyclone.
traveling. Ma'am, we were traveling. Um, we were traveling. Like I was going. I was in Andheri, and then it started to rain. It stopped again. It started to rain again.
Hmm.
It drizzled first. So I came
Hmm.
out of some shop. Then I went home. Came out evening at 4 o'clock. It's pitch dark, and it's pouring.
Yeah. So it was dark, and all this pouring is the name of the cyclone is Cyclone Montha. It is coming in the Bay of Bengal. Cyclone Montha.
Is it over?
No, it's going on. You want to see it?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm not sure because of the rain or something, ma'am. But one
Hmm.
bus broke down. But
One bus broke down. Can you see the red color alert it is giving? The internet. This is the cyclone. It is right now moving towards the Andhra coast, and landfall also happened. This is the news about it. Schools also closed for like 2-3 days in Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu.
like this kind of things very rarely happen in India.
These happen in like a few years sometimes. Like the last one was like I think 2 years back, the Gujarat cyclone that happened in the
They
Arabian
mainly
Sea.
happen. They see
Yeah.
rarely on India. I know.
Hmm. Before this, we had that cyclone whose name was Bipar Joy that came from the Arabian Sea side. That rainfall was there, very heavy rainfall was there for 2 days.
Ma'am,
Yes, Abraham.
King,
Hello.
could you just repeat?
Yeah. So I was saying that
Um,
Biparjoy named cyclone came last time. I think 2.5 years, 2 years or something back in towards like from the Gujarat side, Arabian Sea. And that effect of rain was also there for like 3 to 4 days. The rainfall, very heavy rainfall, strong winds were there. So the major
ma'am,
like
but
effect,
I think it was a good thing the cyclone.
it is a
Good thing the cyclone came.
okay, why?
I mean, it's because like in the crackers, people burst so many crackers. The place was awfully filled with pollution, and now every place got a nice shower of rain.
Abraham, I cannot hear you. Your internet, I think there is some internet issue from your side.
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Yes, but your video is
Ma'am,
paused. Okay, now I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. I was saying that, ma'am, it was a
Hmm.
good thing the cycle was because of the Diwali, there were a lot of pollution, a lot of crackers bursted. And now all of that has just gone from like almost 30 states.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but still there is a lot of damage. Like about this cyclone, I don't know, but last time, the one that came last time brought a lot of damage. This
Yes,
we
ma'am.
will know in a couple days that what is the damage that this one is causing.
And ma'am, I think the cyclone could have started because of the crackers.
Maybe we'll have to read. So this is the like India, the bottom portion, and it started somewhere from here. Okay, Bay of Bengal. It is moving like this. Okay, 1 second. It started somewhere from here. Okay, Bay of Bengal, and it is moving like this. So that is why these states are most affected, and the schools and everything is shut in these states. Our state is here, Rajasthan, this side. But the effect is there. The rainfall and the winds, that effect is there.
The effect is there because like there's the big
Hmm.
I can't see in the sky, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Abraham, okay, let's get back and finish the few questions. Okay. Why
But ma'am,
carnivores
am I be
will Emma be?
getting affected? I think she lives in Bangalore, no?
Will Emma be getting affected? I think so. Emma is also from Mumbai, Abraham.
As in Bangalore.
Okay, I'm not very sure. I think, as far as I know, she is from Mumbai only. No?
Oh, ma'am, I don't. I think she's from Bangalore, ma'am.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, Abraham, tell me why carnivores are needed in a food chain?
Ma'am, because then the herbivores will increase, and then there'll be an increase in herbivores,
Yeah, because
and then that means
carnivore.
the plants are not able to produce that much of food, the autotrophs. Then that will mean that um they'll get extinct, and the entire food chain will get
Disrupted,
it's like
imbalanced.
a time bomb.
Mhm. Hmm. How cutting a forest can be controlled?
Man, the government could make a rule like for these people who are
Very good. Policies and rules.
the government
Policies and laws. Strict policies and laws.
and people who want to cut a forest can grow them by themselves.
Yeah, people who cut the forests have to plant more trees.
Like my mother and father were wanted to see some land. When we
Hmm.
met them, there was this guy who showed us another thing, showed us something. So he said this greenery will always remain us because the government is not has made it like a thing that nobody can cut this forest.
Hmm. That is good. That is good. I went to like I told you now, in the holidays I went to a trip. That place, Abraham, had so many forests and the trees, because that was the state of Uttarakhand, and that is a cold state because it was close to the Himalayas.
Oh,
So I saw the Himalayan mountain range, Himalayas, and the trees there. were so tall, you cannot imagine. And they were all conifer cone like trees, very tall, um, very thin and tall branch, and they were like in the shape of cones. And forests were there, whole greenery.
Ma'am, did you go to Missouri?
Did I go to Missouri? No, I haven't visited Missouri yet. It is on
Ma'am,
the same route.
ma'am, Dehradun?
No, not yet. I just went till Nainital, and if you go further, you have Missouri and Dehradun.
Okay, ma'am.
Did you visit?
Yes, ma'am, I visited Missouri and Dehradun. And ma'am, Missouri in Dehradun, in Missouri, like, there's also this place called Landor. For Sunday, we wanted to go to a church over there, ma'am. So we were in a small car, about six of us, in an I-10. We were climbing up and we were going up the hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Even Nainital is up the hills. Like it is so high. The railway station is not there in Nainital. So the nearest railway station is another place called Katgodam, where we like got down. Then from there we took a car and we had to go up like towards Nainital. The hill was there for 1 hour 15 minutes. That is 30 kilometers on the hill it was. So that time I got sick because of the hill. All the car climbing the hill. I was there. But
Ma'am,
then later on it was good.
okay, ma'am,
Hmm.
if you ever go to Missouri, ma'am, you should go to this place. Take a cable car and go because the cable car is very fun and go to this place called I think it's called Gun Mountain. I'm not sure, but it's
Mhm.
very good up there.
Okay. The view, na?
And I think it's surrounded by carnival stalls and all. And if you go to this one restaurant nearby, you can see a lot of stuff.
Okay. That is
But
Gun
you,
Mountain.
but you should take the cable car up there. That's the best way to go.
Okay. In Missouri, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay. Definitely. We'll try that out. Okay. So we'll give you 5 minutes break. If Joshua joins, we will do the triangle chapter. If Joshua doesn't join, then we can just I'll
Do
take
my
your doubt.
time.
Yes, I'll do your doubts.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Abraham. Shall we begin? Are you there?
Hello, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, just give me 1 minute. I'm just getting my book.
Mhm.
I thought
Okay.
Joshua was. I just got my book, so I wrote just some.
Yeah. Hello, Joshua. Good morning. Joshua, can you hear me?
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Morning. Okay. We will do the triangles chapter that we were doing in the last class that we were doing yesterday. Okay. Yesterday I taught you about the exterior angle in a triangle. Okay. We made an exterior angle like this. Okay. This side was my A, this was B, this was C, and right here was P. Okay. This was the exterior angle that we made yesterday. Today, what if I extend A? Yesterday I extended BC, right? Today I will extend AC. Joshua, you can first look on the screen and then I will give you time to write down. Okay? Now, when I extend AC, that is this line here, like this. Okay? We can name this point Q. Okay? Now, when the angles that are made are this angle was C and this angle is also made. Okay? PCQ. Okay? Angle PCQ. What is angle PCQ? Angle PCQ is opposite. Yes, Abraham?
Ma'am, angle ACB and PCQ is alternate are vertically opposite angles.
Yes. Yes. So, angle ACB and angle PCQ are vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Also, angle ACB ACB and angle BCQ Q are vertically opposite angles. Which angles? This angle and this angle. They are also vertically opposite angles. Okay, they are also vertically opposite angles. Please make this and write this down. Make this diagram now and write this down.
I'm done copying.
Okay. The next thing we will talk about is altitudes and medians of a triangle. Done?
Last two words, ma'am.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now, we will talk about altitude and median of the triangle. Yeah. See, now these two things are same but different. Means they will look kind of similar to you, but they are actually different. Okay, kind of similar to you will find, but they are actually different. Okay, we will make a triangle. We will make a triangle. Okay. And then now this is what? This is an altitude. Okay. This is an altitude. Okay. And people make 90-degree angles because the altitude makes 90-degree angles. Okay. It is defined by this 90-degree angle thing. Okay. For example, here 90-degree will be made here and here. Okay. I'll just name it. Okay. So now this altitude line, okay, this altitude line, what is it? It starts from the vertex. What are the vertexes? These corners. This C, this B, and this A. These are my vertex. Okay, vertices. Now this altitude from the vertex it starts and it is perpendicular on the opposite side. Okay, for example, what is the if you look at C point here, if you look at the C point here, what is the side opposite to C? Opposite to C, AB. Okay, AB is the side which is opposite to C. On AB, there is a line that will come from C on AB, which is perpendicular on AB. Okay, that is my CZ. The line that is perpendicular from C on the line AB, that is CZ, means this line. This line. Okay, CZ. Now, this makes an angle of 90-degree on AB. This will make an angle of 90-degree on AB. Basically, that is your altitude. Okay. Same way, from the vertex B, if you check, from the vertex B, if you check, what is the line opposite to B? AC. From B opposite to B, this line is there, AC. Now from B, you will put a line starting from the point B on AC. That is your BY. That is your BY. Okay. Now this BY is an altitude on AC, which is perpendicular on AC from B. Means that starts from B and comes on AC, which is perpendicular on AC. Perpendicular means, what does it mean by perpendicular, ma'am? Perpendicular means that it comes on another line like this and makes an angle of 90 degree. Makes an angle of 90 degree. Okay, this is the meaning of perpendicular. Ma'am, you are saying perpendicular. What is the meaning? Perpendicular means that on a line, another line will come, okay, in such a way that it makes an angle of 90 degree. That is known as perpendicular. Okay, so the altitude is perpendicular on the side, the opposite side of the vertex. That is your altitude. Okay, that is your altitude. Now I will give you some, I'll give you the definition and some points. Okay, I'll give you the definition and some points for altitude. An altitude is a line segment. From the from a vertex perpendicular to the opposite side. Perpendicular to the opposite side. Okay. Now, you must ask me that, ma'am, what is the use of the perpendicular? Ma'am, what is the use of this altitude? Okay, why altitude? Why we have to make an altitude? I'll tell you the reason. What is the use of this altitude is that, suppose I have to calculate the dimensions of this triangle. Okay, the area of this triangle. Suppose I have to calculate the area of this triangle. What is the formula for area of this triangle? Anyone? Area of the triangle formula.
Mom, area of the triangle is equal to height into base upon
Half
2.
half base into height. Correct, Abraham. Half base into height. Okay. So this helps that this is the height actually. Okay. This thing only we consider as the height. This is half base into height is the formula, na? This is your height, AZ. This is your base. Okay. Your base and AZ is your height. BZ is your base. So this is altitude is helpful in that thing. Half base into height. To tell you to actually so that you can make a height by drawing an altitude. Okay, by drawing an altitude. Okay, now so you can write this down. The purpose of an altitude is to represent the height the height of triangle when calculating area. Okay. Also, now the center point is called orthocenter. Okay. Where they are meeting now, this point where all three are meeting. Show you. You can see the blue dot. Can you see the blue dot?
Yes, ma'am.
The point all three altitudes meet meets is called orthocenter. These are some key facts about an altitude. Okay, about an altitude. Perpendicular means that, what is the meaning of perpendicular again? That it will make a 90-degree angle on the side at which it is joined. Okay, means if it is starting from B, the opposite side, that is AC, on that it will go and make an angle of 90 degree. On that it will go and make an angle of 90 degree. That is the meaning of perpendicular. Okay, just write it in bracket 90 degree. This is actually the main difference between an altitude and a median. Between an altitude and a median. Let me teach you median and then I'll tell you the difference. Okay. Please put the heading altitude. Let me know when you have done writing.
Done copying.
Okay. Joshua done?
Halfway, ma'am.
Okay. Abraham, till then draw a triangle.
Yeah, mom.
Joshua, have you drawn the diagram?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I'm clearing the diagram.
Yeah, ma'am, I drew a triangle.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
it says on the bottom part, the point where all three altitudes meet is called, I don't know what's the last, ma'am.
Orthocenter. 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 And orthocenter. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello, Emma. Good morning.
Ma'am, good morning. Sorry, ma'am, I'm late. I didn't realize I completely slept through class.
It's okay, Emma. How are you doing?
Okay, ma'am.
How are you doing, Emma?
Good, ma'am.
Good?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, what we will do is that we will draw medians. Okay? We will draw median. How we will draw median? One second. Let me just draw the figure. Hmm. This is my triangle. Okay, name it PQR. Okay, and this is my median. We will make more medians. Name it A, B, C. Okay. Now, what is the thing here? What is different here is that the median that I'm putting, okay, that is AP, RB, or QC, or PA, CQ, or BR. Those divide the other side in half. These medians will exactly divide the other side in half, two parts. That is the difference here. That is the difference here. Okay. In the case of median, that your median will divide your triangle side into two parts. Okay. So write down the definition. Align segments.
Ma'am, I didn't really understand that because they just look the same. This
They
one and the
just
other
look.
one.
Yes, yes, Joshua, correct. They look the same. I will tell you the difference.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now, Joshua, question. About your question. Okay. I draw a line. Okay. I draw a line. One line, another line comes on it, another line comes on it, which makes an angle of 90 degree. Okay. Whereas I have one line and comes one line on it, which divides my line into two parts. Okay. Suppose this line is 8 centimeters. Okay. And one line comes on it and makes an angle of 90 degree. This line is also 8 centimeters. One line comes on it and divides it into two parts, 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter. Like splits it in half. Okay, splits it in half. The first line, straight line, comes and makes an angle of 90 degree. The second, a line comes and divides it into two parts. Divides it into two parts. Okay. The first one is an altitude. Second one is a median. This is the difference. This is the main difference.
Not equally divisible. Medium, completely equally divisible.
Yeah. Altitude, just a line will come
Everyone.
and make an angle of 90 degree. Altitude, a line will come on the triangle side, opposite side from the vertex and make an angle of 90 degree. That is your altitude. Median, the line will come from the vertex on the opposite side and equally divide the side into two parts. Equally divide your side into two parts is your median. This is the difference between an altitude and a median. Okay, this is the difference between an altitude and a median. Okay, now we were doing medians. Okay, so this is the first thing, line segment that connects a vertex. Like from the vertex are the corners of the triangle. That from there it starts to the center of the opposite side. Like check out R. What is the opposite of R? PQ. So it starts from R and joins the center point of PQ. Joins the center point of PQ. If PQ is 8 centimeter, then RB will come at 4 centimeter. It will divide it into two parts of 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter. Okay. So this is the difference basically between an altitude and a median. Okay. Its purpose is to purpose is to purpose is to divide a triangle into two smaller triangles of equal area. To divide a triangle into two smaller triangles of equal area. Okay, and here If I mark the center point for you, this is the center point. Okay. Here the center point is called centroid. Where three medians intersect. Is called centroid. Is called a centroid. Okay. Now, about the components of a triangle, everything is 3. Okay. About the, when question comes, how many sides? 3. How many angles? 3. How many vertices? 3. How many median? 3. How many altitudes? 3. Okay, everything is 3. But if it asks how many components, if the question comes how many components, multiply 3 with 2 and write, okay? Please do this. 6. How many components? 6. Okay? But if it asks individually, everything is 3. Okay? 3 sides, 3 angles, 3 vertices, 3 altitudes, 3 medians. Okay? Everything is 3. And components 6. Alright. Okay. Merathian, Hardik sir's class is at 10 and my English class with you is at 11:30. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am. Now I have a computer class.
You have computer science. Okay. Okay, right. Okay. Alright, Ritin. Abraham, Joshua, Emma.
And ma'am, copy.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Emma.
Okay, bye, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so we will stop here for today and we will meet tomorrow. Abraham, I will take your extra class at 10. Okay. I'll see you at 10 and all of y'all, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, Abraham. Bye.
Bye, Abraham. Bye, Joshua.
Okay, sure.